He says, renounce the objects of the senses and the association that leads to the objects of the senses. Kabir ji said, Kabira manuwa ek hai, bhave jahan lagaya, bhave hari ki bhakti kar, bhave vishaya kamaya. There is one mind. Either you take it to the objects of the senses or you take it towards God. So if you wish to engage your mind in God, then you have to reject the objects of the senses. But what does that mean? Eating food is also an object of the sense, right? If you reject the objects of the senses, then you should not eat. No, what he means is that don't consume them with the idea of enjoying, getting gratification. This body is there, I need to eat. Whether it is a sukhi roti or rasgulla doesn't matter, the body has to be taken care of. Now you are consuming as a service to God. And if you say, no, this rasgulla is not good enough, that one was really good, I don't want this kind of roti, I want that kind of roti, then you are trying to relish them. So Narad ji says that reject them all. Why? Because you wish to free up your mind. Otherwise you will do bhakti of the Lord and you will keep asking God for worldly things. In India, you see, when Diwali comes, everybody does Lakshmi Puja very carefully. They will bring all the devatas and at the end they will say, Yantu devagana sarve puja madaya mamakim. Oh, all Devi Devtas, please take your pujas and leave. But Kuberan cha vihaya and Lakshmin cha vihaya. Kuberji, you better not go, and Lakshmi ji, you also don't go. What are you trying to do? You want to separate Lakshmi from Narayan? That is what Ravan was doing. Ravan was separating the Divine Mother from the Divine Father. So, this worldly attachment, they will even do puja of the meter rod. Those who sell the cloth, they do puja of the meter rod, they do puja of their tijori, everything. All the worldly attachments, then how will we engage the mind in bhakti? It's just like, you've used those hand pumps in India. If you go into the villages, you used to have the hand pumps to take out the water, right? So first of all, you keep on doing this and after a few such, it comes out. Why? There is an air gap. So all the air has to be sucked out. Once the air is removed, only then the water starts flowing. In the same way, if you wish to engage the mind in bhakti, then you have to remove all the worldliness. So Narad ji says, Vishaya Tyagat, renounce the objects of the senses, and Sangat Tyagacha, such association which is worldly. Renounce that as well. Because this mind is made of Maya, and the senses are made of Maya, and the world is also made of Maya. So given the association, the mind and the senses will naturally run to the world. If you want to be secure, avoid the association. That is the best policy. Of course, when you go to office, you do your worldly duties, you have to interact with the world. But be careful. And no unnecessary interaction. Time passed, now let me listen to this TV channel and that TV channel. This is the Sangh which Naradji is asking to do tyag of. Because if you don't do that tyag, the senses will naturally run to the world. The Kathopanishad says, Paranchi khani vyatranat swayambhu. Brahmaji has made the senses such that they are outwardly oriented. And besides that, the senses are Mayik and the world is Mayik. They are sajatiya. Hence, given the association, it is very difficult to avoid. Like, for example, a child is saying, Mummy, chocolate. He cries a little, then he keeps quiet. But if the chocolate is there, now he goes out of control. I want it. In other words, with the object there, the desires have increased. That is why Naradji is saying that beware of the objects of the senses and any such association as well. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had told Raghunath Das Goswami that, look, you go and stay in Vrindavan, but don't listen to Gramya Katha and don't speak Gramya Katha. Gramya Katha is worldly. अच्छा उसके सास का क्या हुआ, बहू का क्या हुआ, वो उसके साथ भागा कि भगाया गया. This is Gramya Katha. So to engage in Gramya Katha will destroy your bhakti. So Naradji, before he is going into greater details, he is giving this one rule that as far as possible you beware of the world.